We're here this morning with the head coach of the Barbados on the 15 team, Rohan. How are you doing, sir?
I'm pretty fine, and you?
I'm doing very, very well. We are on the eve of the regional on the 15 tournament. This year it's being played in Grenada, and we've come through a unique period of 2 years with no cricket. This group of young men that you have, Rohan, how experienced are this group in terms of playing at the regional level?
Relatively inexperienced. Well, relatively is even loosely used, whereas we have all debutants. This group of players would have come out of primary school and missed that 2-year period for that under 13 bridging gap for quite a few of them. So this is really their first experience playing regional cricket. Still relatively inexperienced playing 50 over cricket. So there's a lot to be learned, but what they have in terms of skills is very good. It's commendable to see, but it's just now to continue to build that understanding of how the game is played.
Well, this tournament in Grenada is a 50 over tournament, and you just highlighted the fact that there was a break and then the fact that they haven't had a lot of cricket. But they have a Tawhid Centre of Excellence, which is held at the Kensington Oval. How critical do you believe that is in the preparation of this young group?
That was critical indeed, because it gave us the opportunity to start to work on some skills as well as build the brand of cricket that we're trying to play and instill the values that we want the players to be guided by. And those 3 values were respect, passion, and accountability. So that underpinned everything that we would have done at the Centre of Excellence over the final term.
That's really good to hear, because you yourself would have played at the national youth level, and we have a situation now where you're going into coaching. How has that experience been in terms of your coaching experience?
It's wonderful, actually, and I do believe that building on my teaching experience, that has helped tremendously with my coaching. And at this age group, quite often you have to go back to the fact that they are young men, and young men will make mistakes, and it's more about teaching at this stage as opposed to coaching. So we spend a lot of time reinforcing information, repeating, guiding. We have room for mistakes. We expect that they'll make mistakes at this stage, especially because they're so inexperienced. But we have a path where we know where we want them to be at, and we're pretty much on that path right now.
Well, I'm going to ask you again, when Barbados last played in the Under 15 tournament, I believe that was back in 2019, the team came second, and at that point you were part of the manager team in the role of assistant coach, where you've been elevated and given the opportunity to be head coach this year. You've got Mr. Richard Clark as your assistant coach, Jason Haynes as the manager of the team, and the young Raphael Level from the Queen's College team school as the captain. How do you feel now, having that ultimate responsibility, having been in that assistant role previously?
It's not tremendously different. It's not tremendously overbearing, because the management staff, the management team is relatively the same personnel, just different roles. And over the years, we would have built a very good camaraderie and understanding of how each other operates. And the standard that was set by the previous head coach, which is Richard Clark, continues to run throughout the group now. And it's just minor changes. My philosophy may be slightly different in certain areas, but it is all a collaborative effort. We have lots of collaboration between the 3 of us, and we know where we want to be. We've experienced winning. We've also experienced losing. And I think that experience is very important, especially coming with this group, who themselves will lean on us quite a bit for experience and guidance throughout this period.
Well, we're here at the Rubis Cricket Ground, which I understand has been used as basically our area for preparation for the team. How has the facility been, and the support from the ground staff and administration here at Rubis?
The support has been excellent. Obviously, from time to time, we've had some rain which has interrupted preparations. We've had to make some alterations. However, overall, it's been pleasing. I think it's very good that we have a location away from Kensington that junior cricket can prosper. And in time, I'm certain the powers that be would try to even develop the facility some more, so that it can become the hub for junior cricket in the country.
And this year, we are very pleased to have received title sponsorship from BICO. So we're going to be known as the BICO Barbados National Under 15 side. And again, what do you think about that type of support coming on to help develop youth cricket in Barbados?
It is excellent, actually, because we know in all sports all around the world, people are crying out for sponsorship. And I always believe that as long as you can put out a product, especially at the junior level, that the corporate Barbados can look to and see, well, look, this is going to work in the future. You'll always get that contribution, and we would like to thank BICO for coming on board especially at this time during coming off of the pandemic, where it had to be challenging for companies, but to see the benefits of sponsoring this young group, and not only this group, but the under 15 cricket in the country, I think is very important, and we commend them for their efforts.
And what would you identify as the strengths within our current team? Are we strong on batting, bowling, or is it a fairly balanced all-round side?
I think it's a pretty well balanced all-round side. We have young Okobi Bayer, who is representing Foundation in the Super 50, and he at one stage had the second most wickets. And that experience has helped him tremendously. But saying that as well, the batsmen have the skills, they have the capabilities. There's young RJ Gittins, who is probably going to be one of the quicker bowlers in the competition as well. So we have a very good all-round side. We focus a lot on fitness to try to bridge the gap coming from primary school cricket now to playing 50 over. So we focus a lot on fitness, focus a lot on understanding how the game is played, do a lot of scenario practice, simulation type practice, and then our fielding. If there's one thing that we can do as a unit and do it well and control is our fielding, so we spent a lot of time on that. So those are some focus areas that we would have looked at throughout the camp, and we will be looking to tick those boxes in the tournament as well.
And finally, your actual gut feeling about how this Barbados team is likely to do in the tournament. How do you feel about Barbados' chances of being first place?
I wouldn't go and say first place. From the outset, it was about development, and we have some objectives that we want to continue to take and hit. It's about these young players making that progressive improvement so that when they leave the under 15 and they go into under 17, that they're well equipped. If by ticking our boxes we win the tournament, then we'll be ecstatic. But first and foremost is for these guys to understand the nature of the game, how we're playing, and be able to execute their skills.
Well, I want to wish you all the very best in Grenada, and again, to say it's a developmental plus learning experience, and have the best possible results for Barbados and for yourself as a coach. And I wish you all the very best.
Thank you very much.